Hello friends, welcome to my channel Scientist Words. Today we're going to talk about eukaryotic transcription, RNA polymerase II, enhancers and regulatory elements in this video. In bacteria, one RNA polymerase and a simple promoter do match all of the transcription work. In eukaryotes, transcription is more complex. RNA polymerase II must work together with dozens of general transcription factors, enhancers, and chromatin regulators to express the right genes in the right cells at the right time. In this talk, we will focus on how Pol II finds and uses core promoters and how enhancers and regulatory elements control its activity over long distances, and how this architecture underlies precise gene regulation in multicellular organisms. Unlike bacteria, which mostly rely on a single RNA polymerase, eukaryotic cells uses three major nuclear RNA polymerases. RNA polymerase I synthesizes large ribosomal RNAs in the nucleolus. RNase polymerase III produces tRNAs, F5s, rRNA, and several small RNAs. The star of today's talk, RNA polymerase II, transcribes essentially all protein coding genes and many regulatory non-coding RNAs, such as some snRNAs and LNC RNAs. Polymerase II cannot directly recognize promoters by itself. Instead, it depends on a set of general transcription factors that assemble at core promoters and recruit polymerase II. This added complexity allows eukaryotes to achieve very precise and flexible control over gene expression in different tissues and conditions. The core promoter is a short stretch of DNA surrounding the transcription site, start site, where the polymerase II machinery assembles. Not all polymerase II promoters look alike, but there are few common motifs. Many textbooks highlight the TATA box, a TA-rich sequence around -25 that binds the TATA binding protein, TBP. However, the genome-wide studies shows that only a minority of human promoters have a perfect TATA box. Others rely on elements such as initiator, overlapping +1, the BRE, TFIIB recognition element near the TATA box, and the DPE downstream of the start state. Each gene's core promoter uses a particular combination of these elements, which affects how easily the pre-initiation complex forms and how it responds to different transcription factors. Core promoters are not just passive landing pads. They are active regulatory elements that help integrate signals from distant enhancers and other regulatory regions. RNA polymerase II relies on a set of transcription factors to initiate correctly at core promoters. The process begins when TFIID binds the promoter. TFIID contains TBP, TATA binding protein, plus multiple TAFs, TBP associated factors. On TATA containing promoters, TBP recognizes and bends the TATA box. On TATA-less promoters, TAFs can recognize INR or DPE elements and recruit TBP indirectly. Next, the TFIIB binds, bridging TFIID and polymerase II and helping position the start site in the polymerase II active center. Then a polymerase II complex associated with the TFIIF is recruited, followed by TFIIE and TFIIH. Together, Pol II and these GTF form the pre-initiation complex. TFIIH is especially important because its helicase activity opens the DNA and its kinase subunit phosphorylates the C-terminal domain of polymerase II to trigger promoter clearance. This multi-step assembly is a major point of regulation and is influenced by enhancers and co-activator complexes. Once the PIC is assembled, TFIIH uses its helicase activity to open the DNA around the transcription start site, forming a transcription bubble. TFIIH kinase subunit then phosphorylates SER5 residues in the heptade repeats of the polymerase II C-terminal domain (CTD). This phosphorylation is a key signal that converts Pol II from an initiation mode to early elongation mode. As Pol II begins synthesizing RNA, it breaks many of its contacts with the promoter and the GTF, a step called promoter escape. The general transcription factors often remain at the promoter, acting as a scaffold to speed up reinitiation by subsequent Pol II molecules. As elongation proceeds, additional CTD modifications such as SCR2 phosphorylation, recruit RNA processing factors for capping, splicing, and polyadylation. Thus, CTD phosphorylation patterns act as a code linking transcription to mRNA processing. While the core promoter is the local landing pad for Pol II, enhancers are distal regulatory elements that boost transcription of their target genes. They can be located thousands of base pairs away, upstream or downstream of the enzyme of the gene, sometimes within introns or even in neighboring genes. Unlike promoters, enhancers generally work independently of orientation and precise position relative to the gene. As long as they physically contact the promoter via chromatin looping, enhancers contain clusters of binding sites for sequence-specific transcription factors. The combination of transcription factors bound at a given enhancer, influenced by a cell type, developmental stage, and signaling pathways, determines when and where a signal is turned on. In this way, enhancers are a major drivers of a cell type specific and stimulus responsive gene expression programs. Enhancers influence promoters through physical contact in 3D space. The chromatin fiber folds so that a distant enhancer loops over and comes into proximity with a target promoter. Proteins like CTCF and cohesin complex contribute to organizing these loops, creating insulated neighborhoods where specific enhancers and promoters interact more frequently. At the molecular level, transcription factors bound at enhancers recruit co-activators such as the mediator complex, P300, CBP, and BRD4. These cofactors can interact with Pol II and general transcription factors at the core promoter, stabilizing PIC assembly or promoting Pol II process release. In some cases, multiple enhancers cluster to form super enhancers, dense regulatory hubs with high level of TFs, mediator, and Pol II that drive very high expression of a key cell identity genes. This 3D enhancer promoter communication is central to long-range transcription regulation in eukaryotes. High-throughput sequencing revealed that many active enhancers are not silent DNA elements. They are transcribed to produce short, often unstable enhancer RNAs. These transcripts are usually non-coding, frequently bidirectional, and remain in the nucleus bound to chromatin. There is ongoing debate about whether eRNAs are simply byproducts of transcription or have trans-specific functions. Increasing evidence suggests that in at least some cases, eRNAs help stabilize transcription factor binding, promoter enhancer, promoter looping, or influence Pol II process release and elongation at target genes. Regardless of mechanism, the presence of eRNAs is a useful marker for active enhancers and help map regulatory landscapes across cell types. High throughput sequencing. Enhancers are just one part of a broader regulatory grammar. Silencers are DNA elements that recruit repressors, co-repressors to reduce transcription at nearby promoters. Insulators are boundary elements, often bind by the CTCF in mammals, can block an enhancer from activating a promoter on the wrong side, helping define regulatory domains. Core promoters themselves vary. Focused promoters, often with TATA boxes, have a single dominant start site and are common in tightly regulated genes. Dispersed promoters, often overlapping CPG islands, have many start sites spread over -50 to -100 base pairs and typically of housekeeping genes with a more constant expression. This diversity of promoter and regulatory element types provides a rich toolkit to finely tune gene expression patterns. Eukaryotic DNA is packed into chromatin, which can either obstruct or permit access to transcription machinery. Active promoters often show open chromatin with nucleosome depletion near the TSS and the characteristic histone marks like H3K4ME3. Active enhancers are similarly accessible and are enriched for H3K4ME1 and H3K27AC, while lacking strong H3K4ME3. Transcription factors and enhancers recruit chromatin remodelers and histone modifying enzymes like P300, CBP, a histone acetyl transferase. These enzymes loosen nucleosomes and create a permissive chromatin environment, making it easier for TFIID, Pol II, and other factors to bind at core promoters. Thus, chromatin state is both a consequence and a driver of transcriptional activity. All cells in a multicellular organism share the same genome. but they express very different sets of genes. A major reason is that each cell type uses a distinct repertoire of enhancers and transcription factors. During development, waves of TF expression activate specific enhancers, which in turn drive programs of gene expression that define cell identity. Clusters of very strong enhancers called superenhancers form at key identify genes called OCT4 in stem cells or MOIOD in muscle cells. These regions are densely occupied by TFs, mediator, and Pol II and are especially sensitive to perturbation. Importantly, disease-associated variants from GWAS often fall in enhancers rather than coding exons, altering regulation without changing protein complex. Thus, understanding enhancer promoter wiring is central to understanding development, disease, and evolutionary changes in gene regulation. In many metazoan genes, Pol II doesn't simply initiate and run. It often passes shortly after initiation, around 30 to 50 nucleotides downstream of the TSS. This promoter proximal passing is stabilized by factors like NLF, NLF, or DSIF. Release into productive elongation requires the kinase complex P, TEFb, which phosphorylates NLF, DSIF, and Pol II CTD SER2. Enhancers can influence not only PIC assembly, but also this passing checkpoint by recruiting or activating P-TEFb and related cofactors. This means enhancers can regulate both whether Pol II engages a promoter and how quickly it transitions into full elongation, contributing to transcriptional bursting and a rapid signal responsive gene activation. Because enhancers and Pol II control key gene programs, their misregulation is a common theme in disease. Structural rearrangements can relocate strong enhancers next to oncogenes, creating aberrant superenhancers that drive high-level oncogene expression, as seen for MYC or TAL1 in some leukemias. Many common disease-associated SNPs lie in non-coding regulatory genes, particularly enhancer activator in disease-relevant cell types. These variants can subtly after TF binding and enhancer activity, predisposing to autoimmunity, metabolic diseases, or neuropsychiatric conditions. Components of the Pol II machinery and coactivator complexes such as mediator subunits or traditional CDKs are also recurrently mutated or overactive in cancers. This has motivated development of transcription-targeted therapies, including inhibitors of CDK7 and CDK9 that interfere with Pol II initiation and elongation. Thus, understanding eukaryotic transcription is directly relevant to modern precision medicine. To put this into perspective, compare eukaryotic transcription to a simpler bacterial system. Bacteria use a single RNA polymerase whose sigma factors directly recognize promoter motifs near the gene. Regulation is mostly local. Depressors and activators bind near the promoter and influence RNAP binding and initiation. In eukaryotes, Pol II cannot bind DNA directly. It depends on the general transcription factors and coactivators, plus chromatin remodelers. Enhancers can be far away and communicate with promoters via chromatin looping. Histone modifications and nucleosome positioning add additional control layers. This extra complexity supports the sophisticated cell type specific regulation needed in multicellular organisms, but it also means there are many more points where things can go wrong. To conclude, eukaryotic transcription by RNA polymerase II is a highly coordinated process. At the heart of it, core promoters provide specialized landing pads where general transcription factors assemble Pol II into a pre-initiation complex. Enhancers and other regulatory elements act as long-range control panels, using transcription factors, chromatin modifiers, and mediator to tune which promoters are active, when, and to what extent. Chromatin contents and 3D genome folding determine which enhancers can talk to which promoters, creating cell-type specific regulatory networks. Additional checkpoints like promoter-proximal passing add flexibility and speed to gene regulation. When any part of the system, from enhancer sequences to Pol II machinery to chromatin modifiers, is perturbed, the result can be developmental disorders, cancer, or other complex diseases. For modern genomics, most non-coding variants, ChIP-seq peaks, and chromatin loops are telling a transcription story. For therapeutics, targeting the transcriptional machinery and enhancer networks is an active frontier. Keeping a clear mental model of Pol II, GTFs at core promoters, modulated by enhancers in 3D chromatin will help you interpret both basic research and clinical data in this area. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you learn about something about eukaryotic transcription through this video. Thank you again for watching. See you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.